Fanttik X5 and Nex E1 Pro look very similar. Which one should you pick? In this video, I'm going to show you their similarities and differences. They are both precision screwdrivers which are ideal for small electronics repair or DIY work. The Fanttik X5 is a manual screwdriver, which means you have to turn it by hand. It's okay if you don't use it often, but if you do, then I would highly recommend an electric screwdriver like the E1 Pro. The time and human labor saving is significant. It took me more than 30 minutes to properly disassemble the RC car, removing about 100 screws using the electric screwdriver. Imagine doing this by hand. And yes, of course, you can use E1 Pro as a manual screwdriver if you need more torque or the battery runs out. They share the same design. With one press, the bit holder will eject. The opening mechanism is buttery smooth and the lock is reliable. This is the size comparison. The E1 Pro is clearly larger than the X5. It doesn't really matter to me because I'm not going to carry them in my pocket anyway. Each has 24 bits. They look very similar, but actually the bit selection are a little different. I don't know what this one called, but it looks like this bit is exclusive in X5 and is not available in the E1 Pro, which has a large magnet at the bottom to magnetize the bits. Placing the bit on there for about 5 seconds, it will magnetize the bit, and this feature is not available on the X5. It can easily pick up a pretty large screw, while the bits from the other case cannot do that. E1 Pro has 6 long bits. Bits from X5 are of the same length. Both bit holders are magnetized. The end of the X5 can be rotated for better comfort, while the end of the E1 Pro is a switch to change the torque and an on-off switch. There's a Type-C charging port at the bottom. Overall, I think the electric version is a much better choice considering the time saving. If you only use it once in a while, sure, just go with the manual version. It's also very well built, like a solid chunk of metal. In the rest of the video, I'm going to show you how I disassembled the RC car. I'm going to use the Fanttik Nex E1 Pro electric screwdriver to extract and disassemble broken RC car. I think I can salvage that motor, but there are tons of little screws around its body, and it's gonna take a long time if I have to do it manually. So I just use this one. It has torque adjustments in the back and a Type-C charging port. I think I already reviewed this guy last time, but I think this is the perfect opportunity to, actually use it a lot in action. Finding the correct bit size is critical. Some of these may require very high torque, so I'll have to do it manually like this, but this part isn't that too hard as I do have the electric assist. Okay. Increase the torque. Yeah, these things probably cannot be done by a larger impact driver, like from DeWalt. That would be an overkill, and the bit size may be a problem, maybe using a drill. actually has plenty of torque. Okay. I do have a lot of usage for that motor. That motor is excellent. I think the motor is still good. And there are many bit selections. Forgot to disconnect the battery. Not bad at all. Yeah, I use this one to remove my laptop motherboards. You know, these tasks are so much easier than working on this RC car. The build quality is excellent, but unfortunately I just broke the axis. You know, so okay, so far so good. And now how do I remove this electric motor? Has to be done by hand, I guess. All right, done. This is the hardest part. Okay. Yes, still very hard to remove. This part is connected to the main body frame. I'm glad I can still use manual torque with this screwdriver. Yeah, this thing is really hard then. Yeah, I'm not sure how I can take it off. So perhaps I'll remove all these wheels. I try to use these tiny little screwdrivers, but not enough torque as the handle is so small. And this thing with a thicker handle, you will definitely feel the torque a lot more. So that is a super long screw. Okay, try this screw again. All right, I got it loose. Excellent. I think that's the gearbox or something. Super tight. I may have to, okay, yeah, find two more screws down here. Okay, hand remove, a lot of torque. Yeah, won't do it. Electric one will not do it. Hand loosen, then I'm okay. All right. Still connected? Really? Some parts are just very hard to reach, and if I have to do it manually, it will take a long time. Took off 3 tires, now this is the last one. Look at this long screw. If I had to do it by hand, I don't know. Great. Now we have 4 tires removed. Yeah, the battery life is very good. I didn't have to charge it from my last project. Still on the original charge. I believe it during the assembly process, an electric screwdriver was also used. There's no way the workers who built this thing will be doing it manually. Whoa, look at these suspensions. Well, a larger screw is required. A larger, bit. There must be like hundreds of these little screws in this tiny RC car. I need a larger bit. How about this one? Yes. I'll loosen them a little bit first, then use electric drive. control center and radio signal reception. This part is very important to me. I successfully extracted the engine and it still works.